right. Last topic of the day. Let's talk about the family hustle. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Clifford Harris as the voice of Black America. Voice of the trap, creative trap music, you got it, T.I. But T.I., let me talk about some of my issues with the black media, especially hip hop media. We pick and choose who we want to elevate and denigrate based on how we feel about them, right? We constantly see Meek Mill participate in nonsensical behavior, but we don't really kill him for it because we like Meek. Y'all like Meek. T.I., he's successful. He's on TV with his family. Got the businesses. When something bad happens, he's the first to come out and say, we are not going to have this and justice is coming expeditiously. Well, look like justice is coming for your ass expeditiously. The hip hop stuff that I listen to, they're quiet about T.I. And here's the thing. Do I want to see everything that he's built go away? Not if he's innocent. But when you got that many allegations, it kind of makes me just wonder, Tip, what you doing? You putting your tip in place, you ain't got no business putting it in. So, for those who don't know, years, T.I. and his wife Tiny and some people in their inner circle are being accused of drugging and having sex with some people, and even one person was like 17. So like that's what they're doing. They're having crazy wild sex parties. Now, if you're into the crazy wild sex parties, have at it. I am not the one to stop you from doing what's fun for you. If that's fun for you and it's consensual, do you, boo-boo? Have a great time. Because you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do in my bedroom, so I'm not going to tell you what to do in your bedroom. Obviously, with consent and stuff. Like that's understood for this conversation. But I just see that it's been so quiet about T.I. and it's somewhat bothersome. Again, I'm not saying that we got to lock him up and say he's guilty because we don't know. But it definitely beckons the conversation. It's something we should raise awareness about. We want to raise awareness about any and everything else, but when something actually hits home, we don't want to raise awareness about it. Why? Because we don't want to see the people that we care about as bad people. Because if you're my age, you've had T.I. in your life for the majority of it. You had you had boys. Damn, what's that song called? Dope Boys. There we go. Dope Boys in the Trap. Yeah. Then you got 20 Foes. You got the verse on Never Scared. Oh my God, one of the best feature verses ever. You got Bring 'Em Out. You got all of this great music. You've watched him on TV with his kids and his wife, and you grew to love the family. But meanwhile, there was a dark side that wasn't happening on TV. And just like Uncle Bill Cosby, when you put on that persona of a family man, and it's almost like you're overcompensating for your demons in your closet. We talked about it earlier, tradition and privacy. If there's too much privacy going on, it's probably a problem. And I just think we have to be fair with these people. Just because I like you does not mean that I cannot talk about your issues. I can definitely say, hey, that's wrong. You should be better. And I should do that. But for one, I don't particularly like T.I. because I don't know T.I. I don't know Tiny. But if they are guilty of these sex crimes, then man, y'all going to counsel folks. Can't play bring them out no more before the basketball game. No more escape. No more little secrets and keeping it. See, Tiny, that was your little secret, and that's how y'all should have kept it. But y'all didn't keep it a secret because y'all was doing shit y'all didn't have no business doing, allegedly. But it also brings me to, man, we got there's a sick sexual culture in this world. You know, I saw a post talking about not using the word pedophilia anymore to describe people guilty of child sex crimes, to say it's not all abuse. Yes, it is. Having sex with kids is abusive. And I don't know how we break away from this terrible, terrible sex culture we're in. You know, not to get too biblical, but you know, when the talks of sex supposing to be between two people who have decided to give their lives to one another, it makes a lot of sense. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a virgin and I'm not married. So let's just put that out there for the sake of this conversation, right? So I don't want to make it seem like I am preaching something that I'm not practicing. But I'm just looking at it and saying, hey, there's something here with this, right? Because so many people have these wild sexual appetites. And where does it come from? An act that, when practiced properly, is an amazing experience that has been perverted. It's been perverted in so many ways. It's ruined countless lives. It's damaged so many people. And we have to rewire the way that we think. And if you have weird, unnatural, I'm saying unnatural, if you have different sexual thoughts that fall outside of the realm of what is acceptable, you should talk to somebody about it. Because obviously you're not the only person experiencing it. But when I talked about earlier, you know, having behavior that's ignorant, bad behavior, you don't want to become a predator. Let's hold on, let's take the ignorant off, right? Let's talk about bad thoughts, let's get these bad thoughts out of your head before it becomes bad behavior. You know, because it's not okay. It's not okay to continue seeing these things. All of these people of influence who are losing their platforms or losing their livelihoods because they have these nasty sex lives. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about holding these people accountable and then rehabilitating these people from their demons. But let's attack it. Let's find it before it manifests. You know, so many of our solutions to problems in this culture is dealing with the issue after the fact. That doesn't do shit for the victim. And it doesn't do shit for the perpetrator either. Let's actually approach problems before they happen. Let's see this problematic behavior. If you see somebody who's predatorial in nature, somebody who's obsessed with power and dominating people, let's get them some help. If you are exposed to sex a little bit earlier than your brain is able to handle it, or you have not been properly educated on sex, let's get a hold of that. Parents, talk to your kids about sex. Don't wait for the teachers to teach them. Don't wait for their friends to teach them. Have an open conversation with your kid about sex. It's not that taboo. It's not like, oh my God, we're talking about sex. Eventually, they're likely going to do it. They need to do it in order to keep the population going for the most part. Obviously, there are other ways to have kids nowadays other than just having sex. But a lot of us have sex to have kids. Let's teach it the right way. A lot of us have sex, consensual sex, for fun. Let's talk about it so we teach it the right way. And maybe we don't have as many sexual predators in this world. Now, I'm not accusing T.I. of being a sexual predator. Those other women have. Those 9 clients that have been added to this thing, they are accusing him of that. I am not accusing him of that. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm gonna let this play out. But I'm speaking to the behavior, and that's unacceptable behavior, and we need to do all that we can to fight it, man. It's like I say, we got to take care. We as a society have to ensure that we're taking care of our women. It's International Women. It's a day after International Women's Day. Got to take care of our women. Got to take care of our men too, but we got to take care of our women. We have to treat them fairly. We have to man. Look, we just got to do right by them. And hey, man, that's all I got for you. I'm going to be back tomorrow with my guy, Juju. We're going to be talking about Platter Boys. We're going to be talking about his career as an A&R and some other things that he's done in the music industry. I think it's going to be it's going to be a great conversation. He's a guy I went to Morehouse with, and now he's doing a lot of good stuff, actually. He's doing some really good stuff, and I'm just going to use that opportunity to let him tell his story. We'll share some laughs, some jokes, and stuff like that. I got Puncho coming on on Thursday. We're gonna talk about his career, his music, and what he has going on for himself because he's getting ready to drop a new project. And then I may come back on Friday and do a little NFL hour with Dak getting his paycheck. We'll see. We'll see about Friday, but I definitely got 2 more shows this week. Like, subscribe, rate, review, follow, all of that stuff. Love y'all. Big Baby at